axle. Open.
Ah!
Proportional drive, so if I move slowly it goes slowly up, and if I move far it goes fast. Nice, eh?
Nice.
It's a model I designed 4 years ago for a book called the NXT ID book. And,
Is this your design?
that's my design, yeah.
Oh, great.
The crane. And then the remote is a combination of a design that initially was done by Philo, a French guy, and then we over-engineered it and improved it to make it more the angle that it can handle better, because the angle that it normally could handle was going, this is neutral, right, and then you could go back or up and you could go forward, down, but ours goes further down and therefore a higher speed. And by holding it like this you also have a bigger reach, because initially it was designed like this and then you could only reach this much, and now you can have a full 180 swing as a reach. That makes it move faster and more controllable. And the interesting thing about it is that the whole thing is, the crane is mounted in such a way that the computer is mounted on the back, so it can rotate 360 degrees without having wires or cables wrong.
The sensor mounted at the base, what's the purpose of that?
Well, actually the crane was designed in such a way that kids could use it to locate a ball. So you could place a little holder with a ball, a big ball in it, and then this is an ultrasonic sensor at the front that was scanning around. So then the program in the crane is that it scans around until with the sensor it sees the ball, then it stops, then it goes down, it grabs the ball. No, it grabs the ball, grab once, and then it goes up again, and then it was the idea to rotate it back to a predefined spot where it could then let go of the ball. That was the program. And in between I had two colors of the ball inside the box, a blue and a red one, and with this sensor at the top, which is a light sensor, it could detect the color of the ball and it would say what color of the ball it was. If you hear it's clicking a bit, and that's actually the gears that are forced. What I see is that the battery is not completely full, and then it's yeah.
Even your own equipment isn't working today.
Well, it is, but I must admit I haven't touched it for quite some time. I just took it out of the crate this morning, didn't check if it was good or not, and just booted it up, and you see it's working. So I'm happy about it.
Waaronder deze SCD's?
I'm gonna
Burn CDs.
You need to make a thing that you go in your fridge, grab a beer, open it, and serve it to you.
It's called a wife.
call a wife. Well, actually, there is a Lego robot that does all that. In fact, it has two buttons. You can select a Heineken or a Grolsch beer, and then it will go find the right beer. It's just in a stack stored. It will then bring the beer to a special cooler unit. It's a metal plate that is, if you run electricity through, it will start cooling.
A Peltier device.
Yeah, and so they force the beer to it, and then it cools down, and then the machine also automatically opens the beer for you, and then serves a cool beer. Really cool. Yeah. And the other thing I brought, although I demolished the hammer a bit, is the yesterday released Whack-A-Mole. It's a game I created from the newest version. It's the EV3, the latest generation Lego MINDSTORMs. The thing is that the box is not yet for sale. It's available in.
So that's an actual product that's going.
You have to hold that still. This is brand new. It doesn't exist officially.
We'll have to shoot you after the training.
Okay.
In such a way that the box will be for sale in August. But Lego was kind enough to hand me one, so I could build prototype models with it. And I built this game Whack-A-Mole, so it said start, so I pressed the start button. And it's popping up a mole, and I have to kick it back in. Now you have to wait until it pops it up. Yeah, you work to the moment you have your hand on top, this is an infrared sensor and it sees your hand. So even though you didn't push it down, it is already recognizing, hey, you were in the phase of pushing it down. So you should not have your hand on top, you should wait until it pops up and then kick it down. And normally the thing is that you do that with this hammer that I created also for the set. Let's see, like this. Some parts in here to make sure that it's strong.
This morning you heard the story of Martijn. We have to save millions and millions of euros.
Yeah, that's what we do.
How much do you think this will cost? Just
Вот такие люди работают в Эмерсоне.
So if you play the game again, Whack-A-Mole. So it's resetting everything, then you press the start button. So it makes more sense to ram it with the hammer.
Yeah.
And that's the fun of the game.
Oh, oké, dat is C, dat is integraal. Oh, op die manier C.
Didn't see it. So I have to be careful, this is an infrared sensor and this is black and it's curved, so it doesn't always spot it properly enough. And at the moment it says game over, it says my score is 1.112, that means my average response time was 1.112 seconds. So quite a bit slow. not good for driving.
Yeah.
And that's the latest thing. It's just released as a show-off model in San Francisco yesterday actually. The CNET and Gadget, two big news agents regarding new gadget stuff, did come out yesterday with the movies. So they will be as a bonus model on the new box, complete with full building instructions.
So they're position sensors, these?
Yeah, there's a rotation sensor in there that actually measures, it's just a big dish with slots in it.
Yeah.
And it can see, like with your old wheel mouse, with
yeah.
the ball mouse, it can see black and white and then the difference in there. And it can measure on 1 degree accuracy. So,
okay.
And actually these are motors that I use here for having the action, but here I use them just to read them back in. And I also have a program, not in this one, but it actually has force feedback. So at the moment you go down, and then at the moment you're at the end, like this, then this unit will be automatically forced back. I haven't programmed it in this one, but I have a game where I have that. If you get to the limit, then it will force you back.
That is smart.
No, I
Nice,
think the rest of the training will be quite boring if you compare it to this.
So can you
Вот так вот
imagine
наши
when I
люди
had
собирают
the
еще
trainer
конструкторы.
session, they asked me